Hi everyone, welcome to the Oak Hill Industrial Railroad. Let's do some switching. Well, good morning everybody. I have a short switching session today, so Ferdinand's going to help me narrate it probably. Really all we're going to do in the switching is to spot the 3 cars at Ohio Firebrick. And that'll just take like 5 or 6 minutes. But afterwards, we're going to talk about putting the springs on the axles to reduce the coupler bobbing. So the whole video will be about 10 minutes long. I'm harvesting cat hair at the moment, petting Ferdinand. My gosh, I'm glad we're outside. That bird is a red-winged blackbird, and my wife thought it was a female, and she was calling it Gloria, and she found out that it was actually a male. It comes down on our porch. We have a bird bath, and every day it comes down there and uses it. So since now we found out it's a male, we're calling it Gaylord. But he still shows up every day. He's sitting on the wire right now, watching me. We've actually gone a couple days without any rain, so it's been nice. But it's got hot and humid. After we clear the gate, we're going to have to stop and close the gate. That's why he's just sort of creeping out. Narrating this Wednesday. Of course, the dogs were pretty terrified about all the fireworks. Not necessarily the city fireworks, but all the neighborhood fireworks went on for 4 hours. So hopefully it will gradually calm down. I'm looking up to the roof. I've got one or two pieces of fireworks on my roof. So when we couple under the train, that'll be it for the switching. Again, I'll talk a few minutes about the springs on the axles and give a little bit of a demonstration. Tomorrow morning, Sunday, actually I'm driving to Huntsville, Alabama, but I have an operations video before I leave, and we'll be running to Chillicothe for the interchange and back. So I hope everybody stays tuned for that. Everybody, since today's video is pretty short, I'm going to tack on a little bit here at the end and show how I put the springs on the axles. Again, it wasn't my idea. I got that from somebody on the Second City podcast. So it seems to work pretty well, but it definitely does have its drawbacks, as you're going to find out next week. So here's the baseline. Some cars that have not been modified yet, except for adding a little bit of extra weight. So here's the car that was bobbing at the end, but I'm going to do all three cars and I'm going to put them in the same order. So first thing you have to do, now I have added weight to these because they were all light out of the box. So I'm going to pop off one of the trucks. It's just easier if you can get the wheel completely out like that. It still has the plastic wheels on it, just straight from Microtrains. I believe I like metal wheels, but I don't have any right now to put in them. And these are the low profile. It's a modern car, so I don't have to worry about the pizza cutter flanges. Anyhow, so what I have to do is I have to take a spring. I'll show you how I cut those right now. So I don't know a really good way to do this. I put some blue tape down because when I tried cutting without the blue tape, they would take off. I've probably got more springs in my carpet that I haven't found anywhere else. I'm going through my springs pretty fast, but the blue tape helps. So I just take my X-Acto knife and I'm just guessing. Again, he said 2/3, but I'm just sort of guessing, eyeballing. And I generally try to move it back and forth until I think I have cut through it. Okay, so it's separated. So the short side is over here where the knife is. This is the side I'm going to use right here. Now normally you can pick up the springs like with your tip of your X-Acto knife here, but I have a hard time transferring them to the end of the wheel. So I'm going to zoom back out here a little bit, because again, it's going to be one of those things going to be impossible for me to show you, probably. Yep, I already dropped it. So I've got these tweezers have real sharp point on them. So I tried to put one of the points in the tip. Yep, and I just dropped it. So let me find it and I'll be back. Of course, with the camera on, I dropped it right on there. So, first time. All right. So now I'm going to take the reason I always try to take this end of the truck so you're not fighting with the coupler. Take the spring, put it in there, and just got to be sure you don't let it go once it's there, because you got to pop the other end in and you're done. All right. So it definitely has some drag now. So let me do the other two cars, put them back on the track, and we'll see if there's any bobbing. Here's the results. The Chicago Northwestern and Sioux Line car have body-mounted couplers. The Canadian Pacific car that I did in the video actually has truck-mounted couplers. So as you can tell, it does make a difference. Again, all three cars have been done. But it does have its drawbacks, and it can be pretty annoying at sometimes. I'm marking the cars as I get them done with a little bit of dab of white paint on the bottom, so I know which ones have been done and which ones haven't. Everybody stay safe.